Hey guys! Bom, hoje temos uma super surpresa para vocês. Eu estava esperando o dia que a gente poderia anunciar e hoje chegou. Vocês já escutaram falar sobre o Cambly? É uma das melhores ferramentas online para aprendizado de inglês. E olha que legal, você pode ter uma aula a qualquer momento, de qualquer lugar e sem hora marcada. Por exemplo, você tem aqueles 15 minutinhos livres entre um compromisso e outro? Entra no aplicativo e tem uma aula de 15 minutos. Precisa treinar para alguma apresentação e você só tem 20 minutinhos? Vá lá no Cambly e treina para essa apresentação. É incrível! É só entrar online e ter uma aula. Você pode escolher um professor de qualquer região, com o sotaque que quiser, e também pode procurar por especialidade. Gente, sério, se eu tivesse descoberto o Cambly há muito tempo atrás, eu não gostaria de ter outra coisa. É incrível. Então é só baixar o aplicativo Cambly, usar o cupom inglês Unicru para ganhar uma aula totalmente de graça. Você não precisa colocar cartão de crédito, você não precisa comprar uma aula para ganhar outra. É simplesmente isso: baixar o aplicativo, colocar o cupom inglês no iCru e preparar-se para uma super aula. Claro que você também pode visitar o www.cambly.com e ter uma aula ainda hoje com o nativo, mas tem que se lembrar de colocar o cupom inglês Unicru para ter a sua aula de graça. Eu disse para vocês que ia ser uma super surpresa, né? Então vai lá, vocês vão amar, assim como eu amei. Now, on with the show.
Seriously, guys, if you don't take a free class today, when you finish this podcast, do it. Do it. Cambly. Inglês no cru. Oi, fala aí, pessoal. Bom dia. Você está escutando o Inglês no Cru Rádio. I am your host, Foster Hodge. This is your daily dose of English. Hello, hello. Hey, guys, and welcome to English no Cru Rádio. Alexa, just set the scene. Where are we? What are we doing? Why does it sound a little different
We
today?
are in the middle of Alandroal, is a city next to our house, and in front of a castle that there is a church inside. And they are announcing that we are here. I'm just kidding. We are
Yes.
in the main plaza.
They are ringing the bells. For whom the bell tolls is English no cru. Do you know what For Whom the Bell Tolls is?
No.
It's a very famous book by Ernest Hemingway.
Ah,
But anyway, there will be a lot of background noise today because
we don't have a place to record.
we can't record in our house, so we are in the middle of a city, and a lot of old Portuguese people are giving us funny looks.
Yes, but I think it'll be fine. There is some workers next to us, but
There
I'm s-
are some workers.
there are, sorry. But I'm sorry, guys. This is the only place that we can record right now.
Yeah, and I have a really bad cold, so the
Yeah.
sound quality is gonna be shit. But let's do it.
Let's do it.
So today, Alexia, I wanted to talk about a question that we received on Instagram. I don't remember who asked it, but they asked something along the lines of como memorizar os phrasal verbs.
Yeah.
So, do you have any first opinions? Do you have answers? Do you also have that question?
I never memorized it, but it became natural for me. Sometimes I use phrasal verbs that I don't even know that they are phrasal verbs, you know?
Yes, I think that is the best way to do it. So, what I always say is 98% of Americans do not know what phrasal verbs are. We don't learn that in school, they don't teach that to us.
Yeah. And I do think that we Brazilians, we have a lot of pressure when it comes to phrasal verbs that we had to know it because people use it a lot. Yes, that's true. But they don't know that it's a phrasal verb.
Yeah, exactly. So, just a quick revision. What is a phrasal verb? Okay, so a phrasal verb is just a verb and a preposition
Yeah.
together. So, normally, the tricky thing, the difficult thing about phrasal verbs are they don't directly translate, right? Like if you say get on or something like that, you have a verb and a preposition, but if you translate like get, like pegar, em, não faz sentido, right?
Right.
So, let's think about how to memorize phrasal verbs. I think first we just have to talk about memory in general. So, most linguistic teachers, people involved in language, say that it takes about 6 to 10 times to really commit something to memory. That's a lot, right?
Yes. I think that for me, it's way more than this. I am horrible to memorize things.
Yeah, I remember in business school, they called them touch points, where someone had to see your brand or your product 6 times before they really like recognized it and wanted to buy something from you. And that was a study from like the 1980s. And apparently nowadays it's like 38 times
Wow. Because
because
we have a lot of information.
information overload.
Yeah.
So I think the same thing might happen with language. So, first of all, memory works in weird ways, right?
Yeah.
So, the first thing is I always like to put things in context. If you just sit down and study flashcards, for me personally, that does not work.
But that's what we were talking about in the last episode. No, last one. I don't remember. But when something happens to you
Hmm.
that you're wrong or you need to be corrected, is when you're going to remember forever and not.
Right, right. So, the more drastic a mistake is, or I don't know, the more serious a situation, anything like that, the easier it will be to memorize something, right? If I say something incredibly embarrassing in Portuguese, which happens all the time, I know I'm never going to forget that again,
Yeah, that's true.
right? So always put things into context. The second thing I want to mention is memory is really personal. Like some people like to study with flashcards, some people like to study when they're walking, like I do. I personally like to study when I'm walking and also in the morning and at night. And I do
Yeah.
think it's just good to wake up in the morning, study a little bit, and then at night, right before you go to sleep.
Cool.
Okay, so let's try some phrasal verbs in context.
There are a lot of people looking at
Yeah,
us
there's so many old Portuguese people and a
and
little baby
kids.
laughing and pointing at us. It's really weird. Okay, Alexia, let me give you a phrasal verb, and I want you to think about some different contexts that you could use it in. So, to put up with someone or something. Do you know what that means?
To put up with. No.
You don't?
No. Do I?
I'm pretty sure you do. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
Um, God, my boss is so annoying. I cannot put up with him anymore.
I can. Eu não consigo aguentar.
Exactly. So to put up with someone or something means to tolerate, to support, aguentar. Né?
Yeah.
So try to give me another example of something or someone you can't put up with.
I can't put up with needles.
Needles,
Yeah.
like getting shots,
Yeah.
vaccines.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or bees.
Bees. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're not very good with bees. So you have so many contexts where you could use that situation. So just think about every time you're going to the doctor or you pass a doctor's office or your friend is talking about the doctor, you can say, I can't put up with needles. And you can think about that, commit it to memory in context.
I can't put up with huge musical festivals as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Claustrophobia. I'm the same way. I'm the same way. Cool. So just take as many things in context and then try to use them as often as possible, and it will commit to your memory much faster.
Yeah. Next one.
Next one, let's think about how about the word to the phrasal verb get back?
Get back. Get back.
So do you know what this one
Get
means?
back. Wa-na-na-na. Isn't it a Beatles song?
I don't know.
I think so. Yeah, to get back, I'll get back to you when I have an answer.
Yeah, so you can get back to someone or something is that means to respond to someone later,
Yeah.
right? You don't have all of the information now. So try to give me an example of that.
Foster, I need to get back to you about the answer of how to memorize phrasal verbs.
Okay,
No, it's completely wrong. I
that
need to
doesn't make
get back
sense
to
because I
you
just told you about that.
about this email.
Yeah, or for example, you're trying to get your Portuguese citizenship, all of that sorted out. You can say the lawyer needs to get back to me about your NIFI,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So just try to think about those things in as many different contexts as possible.
It's
Alexia, does that
cold.
help?
It's cold.
Do you think this was a good exercise to help you memorize phrasal verbs a little bit
Yes, of
better?
course, because I will remember forever that we are recording in the main plaza of the small town in Portugal.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think of a good phrasal verb to describe the situation, but honestly, it's really windy. I'm sick, and there's so many old people staring at us. I hope they don't speak English. Guys, we will talk to you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye bye. Hey guys, if you are still listening to the show, first, congratulations. That means that you are serious about improving your English. And if you're really serious and dedicated about your English, then you need to check out our completely new version of Sound School. It is a totally personalized pronunciation and speaking course that we have literally been working on for years. We are opening up the course on September 12th, and there are only 50 spots available because we work with everyone personally. If you like this show, Sound School will be perfect for you.
É exatamente isso que o Foster falou. Vamos abrir as inscrições para o nosso curso Sound School no dia 12 de setembro e é para quem quer levar a sério a pronúncia e o speaking. Mas como as vagas são limitadas, tem que correr. A gente trabalha com cada aluno pessoalmente e isso demanda muito da nossa atenção, tempo, dedicação, enfim. E é claro que a gente quer que vocês tenham a melhor experiência possível. É só entrar no nosso site www.inglesjanicru.com e se inscrever tanto para receber as novidades quanto para saber mais sobre o curso e não perder essa super chance de fazer parte da família Inglês Janicru. Espero te ver por lá.
And as always, keep up the good fight and lose well.